Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to do a quick, nice little smudging session, little aura clearing session real quick just to get everybody started for the day. I don't know. I'm going to burn some of this ancestor money while I sit here. This is like, part of my morning ritual now. This is a part of my, This is a part of my morning ritual now. So, and my days have been going a lot better since I've been burning this ancestor money. My connection with the ancestor realm has been going a lot better. And even though things have still been happening in my life, very interesting, very dramatic things have been happening in my life, it isn't chaotic. It isn't chaotic. It's just big stuff popping up that may be difficult, but it's opening up to the changes that I want. It's opening up to the things that I want to see. So the things I've been calling into existence, those things are happening. But it's not always just something that's just going to open up and just be there. Sometimes the challenge that I need presented so that I can get it appears. So that's what's been going on with me. And so I'm going to burn some of this with y'all here. This will be a part of our clearing, smudging, aura cleansing this morning. Usually when I burn ancestor money on camera, unless I have sometimes I'll have folks' names on here when I burn it. But usually when I burn ancestor money on camera and I'm talking to y'all, when I'm talking to y'all, I'm burning this money for our community ancestors, the ancestors that we share as a community, the ancestors that we share from the universe, that level of ancestry. So when I burn it with y'all, that's who we sending it up to. Those ancestors that have our liberation in mind, all of our liberation, those that are protecting us and watching out for us. So this money will go to them. And I think this is a $10 billion note. So I have, how many do I have this morning? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 $10 billion notes to send to the other side to our collective ancestors. And hopefully this will get some shit cleared up. It'll get some shit moving. Things that you've been waiting for it to happen. Maybe messages you've been trying to pick up on and they've been having trouble getting through. I feel that when I burn this money, it's currency. Money is currency. So it gives it the energy to just push through and make things clearer and deepen that connection. So I'm going to burn this with y'all. And I usually just burn it and then just drop it in a bowl. I wasn't thinking about it beforehand, or I would have set the camera up so that you could see it burn, because it's really, really nice to watch. So that one's burning. They're just eating that one right up. The first one, it just pretty much zapped out of my hand. So I just had to drop it immediately. I couldn't even show you that one. That's the J Emperor on the money. If you're wondering who that is, you can look him up. Lamar said, when I'm talking to y'all, Black Hearts, Black love. Your accent is so dope. Thank you. Sometimes I'm very self-conscious about my accent because when I try to code switch, I don't use it. And then I slip and I forget and then I end up right back where I started. So look at that. They're just, quietly gobbling, taking this energy, taking this currency over to the other side. So I hope something that you've been working on or some answers you've been trying to get or a situation that you wanted cleared up, maybe now it could get pushed through. We got some support from our community collective ancestors. And I burn it every morning. And usually I don't plan who I'm going to put on the money, but certain ancestors will just creep into my mind. They'll come into my thoughts, and then I'll just write their name on the money and I'll burn it for them in the morning. So what I got here is a little Palo Santo. And you might hear talking in the background because kids are here. My mom is talking to the kids. My daughter is in the back doing a tarot reading for the cat. So that's happening. And this is some Palo Santo. I like burning this. Someone taught me about this because I was abusing sage. And someone taught me about this. Like one of y'all on Facebook told me, stop that sage shit. Stop that sage shit. So I did, and I got this, and I love it. Let me just smudge you. Lisa said, LMAO, I just learned about chilling on the sage. Yeah, don't be out here with that sage abuse. That sage abuse. I mean, I guess it depends on what you're trying to do. But if you're trying to kick it with your ancestors, stop saging them. Stop saging them. That's why we have to decolonize healing, because we be getting some wrong ass information out here. We trying to do ancestor connections and veneration, and we out here blowing our ancestors out the house with sage. Okay, Laura said, what's the deal with sage? Well, I'm learning. It's been explained to me with a couple cool different metaphors. Someone said the other day that burning sage is like pepper spraying your ancestors. Someone else said that, what did they say? That sage is basically like an antibiotic. Like it'll take out spirits, but it'll take out even spirits that you might want to have in your home, or spirits that you want around you, good spirits. You blow them out the way with that sage. But if you get something else, even like this Palo Santo, it is not out here taking your ancestors out the house. So get you some of this. You can use incense, and you don't have to use smokes. You can use sprays, You could use sprays. Some people like to use Florida water, different types of cleansing sprays. So yeah, I'm just over here with this. I've been using this, and since I stopped using the sage, I have noticed an improvement since I stopped using the sage, for sure. I've been having an easier time connecting with different information, like things that I'm trying to learn about healing work, things that I'm trying to learn about, you know, alchemy and manifestation, like all of that stuff. It seems like a lot of information, and it could be really, really overwhelming. Like it's impossible to grasp. At least that's how I would feel at times. And since I've been being accountable and not just like doing what I want to do and like listen to people who do this and like paying them for their classes and their knowledge and their expertise on it, like since I've been doing that and reading books, you know, since I've been doing that, I've been holding on to a lot more information. Yeah, energy too. The stuff that I say I want. So I'm still just smudging y'all down. It's still in the air. I'm just burning this again. I like burning it. I should probably let this stick go though. Oh well. I believe in using all of what I have, and like I'm just putting it to work. I've had a couple tools here that I bought when I first started realizing, you know, that I needed to be having shit around to heal myself with, like crystals and stones and whatnot. So I have some of those things, and they're small, you know. Some of them I left out in the sun because I didn't know about some stones you can't leave in the sun. I didn't know that. So my current collection of items is full of education. It's full of all my mistakes. It's full of my arrogance. It's full of my ignorance. And now it's just like my tools have this like really patient energy, like this, you know, like they just put up with me. So what I've been doing lately is just like putting my tools to work. So that's why I've been coming on camera, doing these videos, healing while we talk, and using the stuff that I have. So yeah. Rashida said, where can I start learning? I need to simplify and confirm shit with my ADHD self. We could talk about that. Like, hit me up. Just chill, you know, like chill. A lot of it's gonna come. See what you're drawn to. Start reading. Watch videos. You know, find out which way is the best way for you to receive certain types of information. You know, so if you're receiving, depending on what you're learning about, if you're learning about a spell or a ritual, something that you could immediately put into practice, like what's the best way for you to learn about that? Whereas if you're learning about the history of something or a person behind it, or learning about the meanings of herbs or the properties of herbs and the properties of crystals, like what is the best way for you to get that information? Different information you might need to receive in different ways. I know that works for me. So some stuff I can put it on YouTube and I can listen to it while I sleep, depending on what it is. Like if it's stories, mythology, things like that, I can listen to it in my sleep and I can know it in the morning. But if I'm trying to learn about like the details of a ritual or the properties of a herb or a crystal, absolutely not. I have to be, you know, awake, focused on it, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, and it can seem overwhelming, but just start small. Start with what you have. Master what you have. Just get a few things and use those things. Get one. If you want to use tarot, get one tarot deck. Don't go out and buy 3 tarot decks. Get one tarot deck and use that one tarot deck. Learn that tarot deck. Learn that tarot deck. Don't like it? Move on. Just use what you have. You know, if somebody tells you that, you know, the way you're using something is counter to what you're trying to produce, don't let your ego get in the way. Just go back and research it and fix it and change it. That's it. You just leveled up. You just learned a new thing. And it's really good if people are willing to give you like free information and it's right. So I'm throwing a little Reiki in here too, because we are doing some aura cleansing. So, yeah. Yeah, if anybody needs to inbox me, you can inbox me. So that's this Palo Santo here. Then I got this. Got this long this long incense right here. Now, I got this long ass incense. It looked like the one you could get in the gas station, right? But they not the same. Sometimes the ones that are available to us in the gas stations and the liquor stores by our house, they burn, but they are not, their quality is inferior to some of the ones that you could get at other stores. So what I do, I got this one at I got lucky the other day and I was able to go to Discount Candle in Detroit, and I was able to get some really good quality long incense. 3 of these for $1. But there are times when gas station, liquor store incense is all I can get. When that happens, what I do is I take those incense and I dress them in my own mixtures or concoctions. I put them in, I put the ends of them in a container of some type, depending on what I'm dressing them with. And I pour different oils in there. Sometimes I pour spices in there, just to get whatever it is that I want happening. So this candle here, this incense here is a protection incense. It was dressed in protection oils. I also had it laying next to some incense that was also dressed. So this, even though this is a protection incense, this one got a little bit of money blessing on it. It's got some money blessing on it. It's got some High John the Conqueror on it. And what else did this have? Health. So these are always things that come to mind when I think about protection anyway. When I think about protection, I don't just think about safety. I think about protection in the form of health. I think of protection in the form of having the resources that I need available. Like, that's protection. Having the resources to get the things I need, that's protection. So when you put your intentions into it, and you get your gas station candles and your gas station incense or whatever, it may be inferior quality, but you can hook that shit up. You can go in the kitchen and you can get some cayenne pepper. You could pour that on there. You could get a little bit of coffee. I always put a little bit of coffee on mine. What else can you put on there? I said cayenne pepper, coffee. Sometimes I use basil, thyme, cinnamon. Just go through your cabinet and see what's in there and, like, look it up. See what it do. Some of that shit that's sitting in your cabinet has some very strong properties that you could use to boost your candles up and boost your incense up. Like, I see all the, like, posts on, like, Instagram and Tumblr where the witches are like, don't use these candles, only use these natural, organic, sanctified candles, and everybody can't get to that shit. It might just be a gas station and a Dollar Tree by your house, and you are just waking up to your power. And a lot of times when you just wake up to your power, you don't have a whole lot of money in the savings. You waking up to it because you realizing it has to be another way. So, you wake up and you have to use what's available to you. You have to use what you have. And by doing that, you become an expert on what's available to you. A lot of times we be trying to learn about shit that other people have. And we're like, I don't get it, because we don't have the tools that they have. Learn about the tools that you have. Praying to keep my home at risk of being homeless. We got you, babe. I've been there. And we just gonna put Some nice protection around you. The thing about protection is all the time it won't stop what's happening, but it will protect us while we're going through it. Let me see. Lamar said I picked up 7 African Powers incense resin charcoal burning when I was in Charlotte last month. Listening to you, I had the idea and I just searched and found a joint that has all of it. So now you'll be able to get it. Benita said our ancestors used what they had. That's exactly it. They used what they had. Use what you have. I'm working on a story about salt, because salt is something that a lot of us have an abundance of. Salt is a crystal that we have an abundance of, that we can access, that has a lot of properties that we can use. Learn about salt. It's going to be a lot of witches out here with big ass amethyst and black tourmaline and all of that. Yes. And if you want all that shit, one day you can have it. But in the meantime, what you got? What you got right now? It'll work. Rochelle says salt is magic. Salt is magic. I'm telling you. And we just got it. We got salt. Bonita said I used my bridge card and bought seasonings. Yes. Yes. And I heard you could even use your bridge card to buy plants and starts so you can grow your own herbs. I'm just pushing out a little Reiki. Felicia said, I'm trying so hard to get into my new home and all sorts of obstacles and attacks keep happening. Trying to pick up things I need that's in my vicinity. And yes, I got most of my candles from the Dollar Tree. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. Dress them up, you know. Get familiar with pouring your intentions into your stuff. Issue something, carve into that candle, pour some oils in there. Glitter is something else you could get from the dollar store that works really well in some of these candles and some of these rituals. When you're trying to attract stuff, use glitter. I know like somebody is going to yell at me about the environment and glitter. And okay, I'm sorry, you know, glitter is bad for the fish and shit. It is. So I just want to put that out there to anybody who might have those concerns. At the same time, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. I got a carbon footprint, and I got a karmic footprint, and I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta live out here. I got a survival footprint. So some of these things that environmentalists come at poor people about are ridiculous. We trying to survive, and yes, using your power is a part of our survival. Bonita said, I mix shit up in the kitchen and I put it in water and let it. Rochelle said I put in water and let it sit in my room. Yes. And you know another thing too, I've been learning about abundance and prosperity, and abundance and prosperity have a lot to do with the kitchen. You know, if you want to bring abundance and prosperity in, you got to be in your kitchen, right? And I don't like to cook. Like, I'm not a cook. I'm not a kitchen person at all, but with that in mind, I have been finding ways to get in the kitchen and do things. So like one of the ways that I get in the kitchen is when I'm making food for my ancestors. Sometimes ancestors will be like, we want this, we want that. And I can just ask somebody in the house to make it. Like sometimes that's okay. And sometimes they're very specific, like, no, you bake us a cake. Like you bake a cake. So that's one way I get in the kitchen. And get to stir up abundance in my house is by getting in the kitchen and making my ancestor offerings. Another way that you can get in the kitchen and raise your abundance levels, if you don't have a lot, even if you don't have a lot of food and you can't do a lot of cooking because of whatever, you know, even if you can't, make a hearth area. Make a area where you do cooking type things, even if that's just like mixing salt and some other spice together, even if that's breaking down herbs and chopping up herbs, like in a space where you generate that kind of heat in your house. You need that. And so the kitchen is an ideal space to do it, but again, you know, we just out here surviving using what we got. So if we don't got a kitchen, if all we got is a room, then we just gonna take a little area of that and we gonna be over there working with some salt and shit. Coffee's another one. You can do a lot with coffee. Bonita, you can buy powdered sage with bridge cards and bay leaves with sage. Yeah, those are some other good things too. And if you don't have a bridge card, but you still on a tight budget, and even if you do, yes, bathroom too. I use the bathroom. I am generating so much energy in there, like not just using it, but like doing shit in the bathroom. And I'm like, I'm so glad you said that, because I'm like, why am I always drawn to working in this space? And I'm so drawn to working in that space. But anyway, what was I saying? Coffee. Oh, and if you just want to get like cheap supplies, Dollar Tree is good for that. I get coconut milk from the Dollar Tree, and I'm able to use coconut milk for some of my offerings, because some of the ancestors like coconut milk. Another thing, yeah, water, basic water. Another thing that I get from the Dollar Tree. Oh, and I use the coconut milk sometimes in ritual baths. So I add it to soak my feet, or I add it to rinse my hair, depending on what's what. So yeah, they got coconut milk. They have sugar in the raw, the crystals. You can get like a box, and it has 25 packs of that. You could get different little cups and glasses to use to set up your altar, if that's what you're trying to do. What else do I get? I get a lot of herbs, a lot of spices from them, glitter, and candles, especially the little cute ones, because I use those candle containers to put other stuff in. I burn those real quick, and I put other stuff in it. Yes, cleaning and body care rituals. The more I learn about this, the more I'm like, I see why y'all covered this up. I see why this is one of those things that white supremacy took away, because this is a part of a way to navigate our oppressions. Those little mason jars and containers at the dollar store, add herbal seasonings from there, add some olive oil, and put it on a double boil to make a cheap herbal oil. Absolutely. That's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. So I go in there and I get creative. Go in there and get creative. Go in there with like $5 and just ball out. That's when I'll be talking about the Dollar Tree therapy, and I'll be telling folks that's in situations like we trying to get out of these situations. Maybe we in a abusive situation or whatever, and we trying to get out, and the act of being able to set aside $1 or $2 and go into the Dollar Tree and get 1 or 2 items for yourself that you can put your intention to, and you can either put directly on your body or something you could put into the air. It does wonders for your psyche. It does wonders for your power and your ability to leave situations. Just those little things. Body scrubs. Yes, body scrubs and shit. Bonita says, I made a body scrub using Dollar Tree shit with $3. Yes, absolutely. I had a, well, it wasn't mine. It was my mom's, but I was using it. Had a foot soaker, like a foot massager soaker thing. And I don't know what happened to it. I think one of the kids like broke it or something. But anyway, I couldn't just go out and buy another one. But what I did do, I went to the Dollar Tree and I just got a couple of those oil pans. You know, the pans that they use when someone is changing your oil or when you're changing your oil. I got a couple of those pans and some Epsom salt and some other cute little things that they had, and I made a foot soak out of that. A foot soak bath, and it's really been pretty. And I'm not afraid to put stuff in it because it's like a little dollar oil filter pan, oil pan. Whereas with the ones you buy, sometimes they have those jets and pumps on them, and you may not want to put herbs and flowers and stuff in them. Hello, Kim. And Arlene says, does dry brushing play a role in clearing? Yes, especially if you say so. If you say that that's a part of your clearing routine, then it is. If you're going to be doing, especially if you're going to be doing that dry brushing and you're conscious of what you're brushing away and you are conscious of what you're trying to let in, that is going to be a very powerful clearing ritual. You develop it on your own. If you say that that is a part of it, then that is a part of it. Absolutely. Cleaning the skin, cleaning the body, cleaning the hair, the nails, all of those things. Yeah, there is the letting in. There's that part, what you want to receive. When we let go, we receive, we make space to receive. And that's why, and I keep remembering this, that's why it's so important that we ask for help when we need it. Because it gives us the opportunity to receive. And when we receive, we can give. Hi. Someone just came in. Hi. Ooh, Shabamu. What exactly is smudging and clearing? Why do people burn sage? Well, we talked about sage early in the video. So when this video is over, you definitely want to go back and watch it so you can hear like all of the things that were said about sage, and look into the comments as well, because there's a lot of good information there about sage and alternatives to sage. But we do this because for a lot of reasons. The reason I'm here this morning doing this is because we are not just bodies, right? We're consciousness, we're spirit, we're energy. And we do this to clear up the energy around us. We do this to clear up the space and make it available for us to rid ourselves of things that just might, sometimes there are things hanging out that aren't harmful at all. They're just inert, but they're taking up valuable space. So we just want to go through and clear out little spiritual energy debris, clear that up, get them out of there. And then we go in, and then there are some things that are a little harder clinging on, and we go through and we just concentrate on moving those things out so we can bring in communications and energies that we want to receive, changing the information in the air around us, changing the information and the vibrations around us, all that. Kim said I have a hard time asking for help. Me too. And not even on the strength of like, no, I know a lot of people have a lot of different reasons for struggling with asking for help, you know, feelings of shame, guilt. And I believe a lot of that is shame is definitely there for me. But more so, it is my level of denial about how much I'm taking on and how much of it is really being successful. You know, like, yes, you can do it. Like, there are things that I can do with no help, but how long is it going to take me? And what are going to be the consequences of me trying to do this on my own? What's the fallout from that versus me just saying, hey, guys, I need this. I need help with this. I gotta remember that there's a community and I'm a part of that community. It's hard. Sharia said, hey, I follow your lives because I love the info you give. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Arlene, stagnant energy is my nemesis. Me too. It's just be lingering around. Shabambu asks, are you a witch or... the better question is like, are you a witch and? Yeah, I mean, I think witch is a pretty good way of describing where I'm at right now and what's going on. You know, I think witch is a good way of summing it up. Should I have trouble asking for help because of anxiety? Definitely. Yeah, it's hard. We got to remember to do it though, y'all, okay? Like, it's a very important part of community. And I know it's scary and it feels risky, and it is, and there's all types of like reasons not to do it. I get it. I just know that, like, I mean, for me, it's important for me to take some hits in community building, like, because I want it to be easier for the people who come after us to do these things. So they're really hard for us because of the way our communities have devolved and what we've become in the, you know, the way we exist with one another. But I'm really trying to remember, like, this just ain't about you. This just ain't about me. It's bigger than me. When I don't ask for help, I'm depriving someone else of the opportunity to do the same. Because I'm not even modeling it. Even though I'm telling other people they need to, like, I have to model that myself. I have to, and even if other folks don't see it, just it being in the air, just it being in the energy, like, that I'm getting help, you're getting help, we're getting help. You know, we're passing this around, and people that want to come and fuck up the collective, you know, they're going to have to be the ones that start feeling uncomfortable, not us. They're the ones that are going to have to start having anxiety about coming in with their fuck ass intentions and messing up the vibe and the collection that we trying to build. We gotta put that energy where it belongs, and it don't belong with us, because we ain't doing nothing wrong asking for no help. Oh shoot, is this some cousins finding each other in the comment section? Somebody talking about Tupelo, Mississippi. Now, I got folks in Tupelo, Mississippi. I've been to that little town before. I wish I knew what I knew now. I would have grabbed some dirt, some soil while I was down there. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Rochelle. My folks originate. Dang. How many Mississippi folks we got here? People with ancestors and elders in Mississippi. Why do you always speak of on grabbing soil? Do I? Do I always talk about grabbing soil? That's deep. I grab soil because I live in a place that's mostly cold. I live in Michigan, so it's cold here most of the year. So my contact with soil is limited to a few months. So I like to grab soil so that I can have access to grounding in my house when it's not available to me outside. Like to actually be able to touch dirt and touch rocks. So I have those things here just for like grounding purposes when it's wintertime and the ground is frozen here. Another thing I use it for rituals. I use it for manifesting. Let me see. Well, that's good. I'm glad that there's a pattern of me talking about certain things. But yeah, so I use them in rituals, use them in manifestation. Sometimes I use them for maybe even certain candle dressings if I'm working with certain ancestors and I have dirt from their hometown. I feel like that's enticing to them. I feel like they like that, even as an offering. So I try to collect things from wherever I go. Yeah, because I think I did talk about even when I am at Belle Isle in Detroit, like I always grab stones from there. And I did grab some soil from Detroit. I grabbed, because I want to manifest some property there. Some property there. So I filled up a jar and I've been using that jar. Like I first filled it up and I didn't know what to do with it, but Spirit just said get the dirt. So I got the dirt and I just kept it there. And then it was like, you want like a big chunk of land. You want some property. You got that dirt. See what you could do with that dirt. So I'm working on that dirt every day. Even if I simply just send Reiki energy to the dirt. I have a Reiki box. If you have like a little box in your house, a shoe box, an envelope even, write down the stuff you want, put your intentions on it, and you can have Reiki energy sent to that box. Everything's in there. I want to know more about you. You're so fascinating to me. I don't know why I've been gravitating towards this. I really appreciate you sharing that because I know, like, I watch a lot of the videos that's out there and, like, a lot of people that practice, and sometimes I feel that I wonder if I could ever connect with people in the way they do, like, sincerely. So that makes me feel good. That makes me feel, like, affirmed. Yeah. It's like confirmation for me. So yeah, thank you. Thank you for like letting me be a part of your journey, like whatever that is. Like even if you just like go look something up and that's it, even if that's all we ever do, that's still cool. That's still a lot. And I know the last couple weeks have been heavy. Like June has been interesting. L, you've inspired me to hold a meditation this evening for the people deliberately lied to about holistic methods. I'm seeing this too much. Right? Right? That's so important. We're being lied to, you know, and it's really, you know, depriving people of the opportunity to access what's really going on. Because this information, like once you start receiving it, it's already hard to believe. It's already hard to believe just because you've been told your whole life, no, you couldn't have this kind of power because of who you are. And here you are, you find it, you think you got it, and then you got people giving you wrong information, selling back to us. Some of these people are selling back to us modalities that they took away from us during slavery and colonization or whatever they did, you know, because whoever they took from, even if they didn't enslave them, they still took. They took. Yes. Need is ourselves. And I'm just kind of making some Reiki symbols with this smoke. And I'm sitting like, I don't know, I feel called to just do like infinity symbols. Like just to impress upon whoever looks at this, like this energy is forever. So whenever you watch this video, like this smudging, this clearing that's happening is still here. And if there's anything that I say that doesn't resonate with you, it will not affect you. It will not affect the energy. It will just fall away. Hi, C's. Let me smudge you. Hi, Isabel. We just getting smudged. We just getting clear. I'm not sure if I caught your answer to my comment earlier about energies. Oh, I don't know. I will go back and I will look when this is over and I will see like what I missed. And I'll comment. I'll respond. I'm overwhelmed. This weekend I went to the Allied Media Conference and I got a chance to meet and hug so many of my faves from social media. So many people doing the work. Ananda, can you hand me that selenite wine? I've been sitting on the edge of the bed. Is we getting it together? So B. Now this little selenite wine here was probably one of my first purchases one of my first crystal purchases. And yeah, it's been with me through a lot. It's tried and true. It's got some great energy in it. Like some of these, yes, I will be calm today. Like you will have a peace of knowing like your aura is good today. Your shit is clean, it's clear. You could go out and pick up some new stuff, some new information, some new opportunities. See some things differently. Yeah. Nice fluffy aura. An aura blowout. I call it an aura blowout. We just kind of go through. Crossing to the Detroit River. That's one of my favorite places to be. The Detroit River. Yes. Yes. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. This is an important part of our daily routine right here. Getting each other together on this energy tip. We gonna make it. We gonna make it. Yup. I'm finna run back through here with some more Palo Santo. Finish your aura up. Have your aura all, you know, cute. Flexing your aura today. Flex your energy today. Like, flex that shit. Hashtag Auraflex. I love it. Yes, out here. Ready. Glowing, popping, vibing, whatever it is you want. You know, whatever kind of information you want to charge your energy with today, you can. So it is a good time to say some affirmations right now. Put those affirmations out there. Set the tone for your energy, what it's going to be like. Let the vibrations know what they need to be. Bring it your way. What could keep pushing, you know, all of that. All of that. Do I have any more Palo Santo left? I only bought a couple sticks over here with me and they were like already partially used. But I feel compelled to get a little more life out of these if I can. I want to burn sage in my new house, but I don't know what I don't know what it smells like. I would really suggest you go back and look at the video and look at the comments and think about burning something besides sage. I think Palo Santo has a better scent anyway. But even if you don't want to burn anything, there are different like types of washes, floor washes you can buy or make yourself to cleanse that space. Especially, buying a new house, you want to wash everything down or carry some smoke through there for sure. But there's a lot of different things you could do. You want to research that a little bit. I have a little baby nub of Palo Santo left, and I'm still burning it. LMAO. Hey, it is what it is. I use incense sticks over and over again, okay? This is one of the reasons. Let me show you this. Incense bottles. This is my trap incense bottle. And if you have a smaller incense stick, it really works. You just take it and you clip it on there, right? And you, boom, you know, now you got a place for your incense to go, a cool place for the smoke to come out, and the ashes fall down in. So what I do is when I get a collection of ashes down in here, I take this bottle, and sometimes it even be incense still on the stick that didn't burn. I burn it all. I burn it all. Good vibes. I pray y'all have a beautiful day and that you guard your energy and your heart. You too. And we gonna put a nice little reinforcement around that, you know? So we out here today. And yeah, if I see any good comments in the threads about sage, I will tag you in it. But I remember there being some early on. And I'm almost done here. So the video will be up shortly. If you don't need the sound, if you don't want the sound, you ain't gotta have the sound. The energy still works. Yeah, so I will burn these things over and over again. I will put them out. I will burn them until there is no more left. I keep Palo Santo. Look at this. You know, and when you watch the little videos, someone always has like a fresh stick of everything. Like, no, like, this is life. This is what we out here doing. We are out here using what we have and sharing with each other. That's how we go. And I see it's some Hollywood still here that hasn't been burned. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna burn it. I'm not about to throw that away. It's good wood. Look at you all chill today. You remind me of Tiffany Haddish. A lot of people have been telling me that. And I'm bugging because it's so cool. I'm like, really? I burn it at the center of the tip, so it would usually burn slower and more uniform and even. Yeah, that's a good idea. It's sometimes I just like, for some reason, I like burning one side, burning the other side, and then burning the middle. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what that is. I don't think it's super effective. I don't think my method saves a whole lot of Palo Santo, but it's just the way that I feel comfortable doing it. But yeah, that sounds super effective. I'll definitely read that again so folks who are interested in burning can hear it clearly. I burn it at the center of the tip. So usually it will burn slower and more uniform and even. Got it. Got it. So it'll burn. I see what you're saying. So yeah, I'm just getting that last little bit that was there on the side, burning that. Palo Santo, for me, is not easy to come by. It's not. Sometimes when I'm able to, the metaphysical store that I like, I have to catch a couple buses to, and sometimes I have to call and make sure they have it before I go, but they don't. And then ordering it online, from the places that I do know that are reputable with it, a lot of times they are out, right? And then you take a chance and you buy it on Amazon or something, and you don't know if it's actual holy wood or not. I mean, because here's the thing. I mean, if I'm supposed to be burning holy wood, Palo Santo holy wood, like, that's what I need. I need holy wood. I don't need you sending me no tongue depressors over here. If I wanted to just improvise, I could do that on my own. I don't need to be buying no fake shit. I'll add you to an FB group. Cool. Add me up. So, keep your affirmations going, all that good stuff. Aura is looking fluffy and fine. Aura is out here popping. I'm going to drink some water, and then I'm going to go over to Instagram, and I'm gonna smudge the peeps on Instagram. So, you know, if you're still chilling and you want to come over there about half an hour or so, I'll be over there. If not, it'll be saved and posted, all that good stuff. Aura looks good. It looks good. I love y'all. I'll either see you on Wednesday, because I'll shoot out something for the solstice, or I'll see you over on IG in a few minutes.